Hi, everybody. Brad Stevens, CEO of Untitled, with you here today, and super excited to be spending this time with you. As our name implied, Untitled, we are addicted to entrepreneurship and helping to fuel your passion. The creativity, the constant learning and discipline it takes to realize success as an entrepreneur, and wherever you may be in your career. If you haven't started a business or wanting to, or in the midst of growing your career and looking for innovative ways to get ahead, this is going to be a fit for you. So, on topic today, as you know, we are on the topic of mastering outsourcing, something I have become an authority in and love sharing and teaching how to automate, delegate, and grow your business on a shoestring budget. I'm going to go over some really innovative strategies here that probably never heard of, as I tend to find in talking with groups. So it's exciting to share. So one thing I have to ask, though, to start is a survey. So my internal staff have been going back and forth on which image is best to show when we're doing these webinars. The one on the left, kind of in t-shirt mode and kind of in the trenches and been on an all-day workshop and filling up a whiteboard, or the more polished jacket shot on the right. So if everybody could, I'd love to get your poll and vote. Put an L in if you think the left one and the t-shirt, or R for right if you think that's the better image to portray. Always like surveying. Never sure. Always ask your audience. So, well, it looks like L's are coming across full speed here. So I guess maybe it's the T-shirt. And actually, I'll tell you guys how you can get one of those if to kind of join Entrolic Nation with us here. So let's get underway here and start adding value and start getting some impactful, exciting, actionable information that you're going to be able to take and implement in your business immediately, leveraging from my experience and what I've learned from a lot of others. So first, the concept I want to just address is the concept of time, right? Time is that one thing you can't get more of. Once it's gone, it's gone. And time means something different to everyone, right? In terms of, a lot of it we spend in our businesses and our careers, but time that we spend with our family, our passions, our hobbies. And so it's something different for everyone, but it's critical that we use it most effectively, because we only got so much of it and you can't get it back. So that's going to be a key point that we're going to be discussing today as part of our theme. And the second thing is money. We certainly all know that, right? The other scarce resource that we need more of, and we need it to stretch as far as possible in our businesses, in our personal lives, in our careers. And we're going to go over some strategies specifically on both of these topics. The thing I found that most successful entrepreneurs and individuals in their careers have found the secret, one of many things that drive success, but one of the biggest things is understanding the concept of leveraging time and money, and understanding the concept of opportunity cost. That when you are choosing to spend your time and money in one area, you are choosing to forego it in another. That can be more impactful or deliver higher value. So, we're going to really discuss the concept of leveraging time and money, because these both translate into growth, right? Growth as an individual, growth as a business, really is driven by leverage. And we'll be discussing more of this in depth, but just kind of make sure you have that mindset in place as we're moving through this. And the stuff that we're going to go through, it's going to apply to your business, but these are really way of life skills. This isn't just stuff for your business or your career, but this is the way that things are going to be done going forward that I'll kind of show, and it'll make sense. Not just business skills. The world is changing fast, and the way that things get done, and the way that we leverage time and money and people and resources, just is being redefined. So this is an opportunity, and the skills you're going to learn here are going to help you to put you ahead of the curve. When I have these sessions and teach people this content, they're always just blown away by the resources that they never knew were available. So really, it's kind of branded this concept, which is kind of the Entrolic business leverage system. But you can call it the personal leverage system as well. It's maximizing the potential of time, money, and people. And we're going to show you some really innovative ways that we go about doing that, that I've used personally in building companies the last 15 years, and what I've learned from some of the most successful people I've been around. So the promise today is that you will redefine how you get things done, a whole different mindset. I have a 100% success rate in people that I meet with and understanding this concept. You're going to learn some crazy, crafty, growth hacking stuff you never knew existed. We're going to show you how you generate more revenue with less time and expense. One tactic alone, we're going to show you how you can get 1,000 leads in 4 days for under $100. Exact targets, their name, their phone numbers, their email addresses, with a creative technique that is always a crowd pleaser. And I like sharing this quote at the beginning here because this is, when you hear these kind of things, it really sticks with you. And I remember so well when Russell, told me this after spending several hours and teaching him a lot of the techniques. He was actually an investor with a company we were working with. And he said, Brad, you know how sometimes you learn things in life that change the game? Well, this is one of those days for me. Thank you. Entrepreneur, very successful, $20 million business in IT sales. And I just was really flattered by hearing that. And I have to say that a lot of times those are the types of experiences that people have when they learn the content that we share with them. And this is stuff that's from legitimate business success. These aren't, fly-by-night concepts. So we'll do a little bit more review of myself, but at the end of the day, I just want you to know that I get it. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been one for 15 years. I know what it's like to be in the trenches and navigating through challenges. So know that I can relate to you and let us connect on that level as we go through this together. I love this quote, and I'll just touch on it briefly. I heard on a podcast the other day, and you can insert here, entrepreneur, real estate agent, sales professional, have Ferrari minds with bicycle brakes. Whatever career you're in, this is something that's going to apply to you. If you're on this podcast today, it means you're taking the time to pump those brakes, right? We all go 1,000 miles an hour, and sometimes we don't stop and take in new things that can change the direction of how we get things done in our life. And so by taking time to listen to this webinar today, you're taking that step. So applaud you for it. And stay tuned. At the end of this, I'm gonna, I know this content is super valuable, and I know that as you start getting into it with me here, get into me with a few slides, you're gonna see exactly how valuable this is. And we're going to have some tools for you at the end that I'm going to give to you, a specific outsourcing blueprint guide that's going to give you a strategy to get things kicked off with a video walkthrough. I'm also going to show you a free tool that will let you see your competitors' entire online marketing strategy, their entire Google AdWords campaign, their keywords, everything. So definitely want to stay tuned to take advantage of that. So my desired outcome for today is establish a mindset of leverage. We're going to learn a bunch of innovative ways to grow your business. We're going to have more time to do what you love, which is your business, but also your family and friends and your passions, and motivate you to take action. So to make the most of your experience today, just remove distractions. We are horrible at multitasking as humans, all right? So unfortunately, we all try to do it. We're not very good at it, but turn off backgrounds, email systems, Skype, phone, shut the door, get quiet where the kids are concerned. I got a little 8-month-old, so I certainly understand that. But just lock yourself up and be selfish here for an hour to really learn some content that's going to help make a big difference for you. So I thought I'd share some kind words, just to, again, not bragging myself here. It's just more about establishing, credibility with you, because if I'm going to spend an hour of my time with someone and learning content, I like to know they know what they're talking about, which we'll talk about a little bit further. But this quote here is a perfect example of people that go through this content. My business partner and I loved your course. It's one of the best I've attended in regards to actionable information provided. I've spent most of my time since then implementing the strategies you shared with us. That was Lauren, and really enjoyed working with her. And you can see these are some of just shots from some of the different environments where I've been working and coaching people. This is another actually an intimate workshop. Did kind of one-on-one actually here in Atlanta, and we spent 6 hours with a group. And plus Bruce, he's one of the guys in the group. He said, "I'll tell you, it blew me away, because all the things he talked about are all the challenges that we're looking at right now as a growing company, and he just really nailed it, hit out of the park, and gave us the resources we needed to answer our questions." So again, that's the type of impact that I want to have, with you today as well. Great experience with this group, and I'll share a few more words from some of these folks a little later on in the presentation. And I can go on and on. These are just another few example of people from all walks of life, younger, older, African American, white, Asian, got a wide range of people that just from all walks of life had really great experience. And if you haven't yet, you can see some of the video testimonials from those individuals. So you're in the right place if you're trying to start a business from scratch, online or offline. Is this a fit for you and where you are? And I'll venture to say that no matter where you are in your walk of life, even on a personal basis, the stuff we're going to show you is going to make a difference. But if you're trying to start a business from scratch, online or offline, if you already have a business but you need more affordable ways to grow, you're working hard on your business but feel as if there's not enough hours in the day to get it all done, which we can certainly relate to. I sell by phone or face-to-face and need an automated way to generate qualified leads. I have a product or service business and want to use the internet to generate more customers. So that's just sorry, skip past that there. That's just a quick snapshot of the types of individuals, and that doesn't really cover them all. But this is just a rough idea of if you're anywhere in touching on these areas, or if you've bought an online course, or you're trying to get a business out of the ground. Maybe you got a hobby or a concept that you've been thinking about. Something you've been thinking about on Shark Tank or something and want to get it underway. We're going to provide you the resources to help you do that. Perfect example. This young gentleman, David Krasny, he was just hired as a director to take on marketing role for an early stage startup. In our course, helped him walk through the exact key areas he should be thinking about and how to outsource each area, such as customer acquisition, SEO, analytics, and beyond, and gave him very specific guidance. So this is a perfect example of someone that, even a younger guy that thought was familiar with some of these techniques. He had spent 5 hours putting together a list of bloggers to go after, mommy bloggers, because of the product they're going after. It goes after that market, and I showed him immediately how to how to get that done in about 2 days for less than $20, and was just blown away by that and a bunch of other resources that I shared with him. Another gentleman in here, Eric Odom, he talked about a lot of different avenues of business and so many different offerings that we can use to grow. Thought it was awesome. I really enjoyed the time. He's the VP of sales of a company called PhiSlam, and they do a really cool thing with ministry. They actually reach out to kids right at the freshman year and try and provide alternative things for them to do to kind of not get caught up in the alcohol side of things when they're starting off in college. And so, again, interesting, entirely different, business angle than David before, but both got, tremendous value. So who's this content for? Entrepreneurs, small business owners, nonprofits. It's a big one. Growth hackers, marketers, founders, CEOs and CMOs. I mean, I've had all of these, all of these walks of life. Everything from software engineers, marketing consultants, investors. I've actually had investor groups that are trying to find ways to that they're investing in small startups and want to give them techniques to grow their companies more cost effectively. And I've provided consulting and guidance, in that arena as well. So, this wide range, and even if your name's not on here, it's probably a fit. So do these frustrations sound familiar, right? There's never enough time to get it all done. I want to get my business out of the ground, but it costs too much, and I'm not sure how to get it done. I need lower cost, higher quality leads. There's so many new marketing and sales technologies out every day, but which ones do I use? Big one we hear. Have an email marketing automation system or CRM, but we are only barely using its potential, right? Or even if you don't have one or not sure whether you have an Infusionsoft or a Salesforce, we're going to show you some ways that are going to make it very easy to get those programs underway and working for you. I know we're losing ground every day. I'm not doing SEO, social media, videos, and other digital marketing, but I don't know where to start, and I can't afford what I've been quoted. We need content for blogs, brochures, press releases, and white papers, but don't have time to do it internally and don't have other resources. We need to be making more outbound sales calls, but we struggle finding the right staff who can perform. I'm going to show you a brilliant technique I'm actually using right now that can provide a very turnkey, low-cost, variable cost-driven solution for that. So what else? What other frustrations do you have in your job or business? I'd love for you to type them in right now, kind of just share some of the other challenges that you're experiencing that maybe I haven't touched on here. What is the number one biggest thing that you're struggling with right now? that you haven't found a solution to, that's that thing that's keeping you up at night? Wow, getting some interesting ones here. Hiring, no doubt, definitely a big challenge. And we're going to talk about some HR strategies as well as part of this. Yep, SEO, digital marketing, warm leads. We're definitely going to talk about warm leads. There's a lot of money lost in warm leads. So yeah, I'm seeing we're going to be touching on a lot of these things you're all typing in here. So how are these frustrations impacting you in your business or your career? You find yourself exhausted, frustrated, and stressed out. Sales and profits dropping. There's not enough in the pipeline. Not hitting goals. Competitors are passing you by. If you got staff demotivated, or maybe you yourself, are feeling demotivated and burnout. So these are all things I know I've gone through personally, and hear from others as well during the journey. So growth pain, I'll touch on this because this is something else we can all relate to. And whether you're in your career or your business, but during the startup stage, that up and down and left and right, trying to figure product market fit, and you finally got to get to point B, where you're starting to get a little predictability, but then you hit that growth ceiling, right? That place where you hammer against it, where you need that next layer of people and staff, and money isn't stretching as far as it needs to, and a lot of people either deflect, and they deal with those pains: cash flow, staff, operations. Personally, time management, staying energized and maintaining focus, and just dealing with the emotions, stress, anxiety, frustration. So we all want to get to point C, which is scale and opportunity, where profitability really starts, coming to life in the business. So that's why I'll say again, the concept of leverage, time, money, and people, particularly during this growth stage of your career, your business, is wildly important. I mean, you maintain it going forward, but this is particularly where you've got to find a way to get more from your current resources. This is that cliche thing about what keeps you up at night, right? Anxiety is unpredictable revenue, both in your careers and your business. And putting some of these techniques in place is going to help address that challenge. So Chris Mitchell, that we worked with here, kind of something that he shared. This course shows you how to tie the concepts together to create a fluid system for a company at the starting stage or beyond to blow through the growth ceiling he was talking about today. He really resonated with what I was talking about on the whole growth ceiling issue. I mean, he was hired to specifically deal with that with his business, and what we were able to share with him really solidified it in his mind, and came up and talked to me for quite a while afterwards and stayed in touch. Really seemed to resonate with him. So why do most businesses fail, right? So why do most of them struggle when they're trying to get to that next level? The founder's doing everything. They make expensive mistakes. They run out of time and money. They're working hard and not smart. Time gets wasted on administrative tasks. Things are taking forever. The whirlwind is what we call it. And lack of focus, right? Lack of knowing exactly where you want to target and why. Can you relate? Let's type in there and let me know. Is this something that you can associate with? These are challenges that are hitting pain points. And being an entrepreneur 15 years, trust me, I know all of these I relate to for sure, because I've been there. I know them all. Wow, I'm definitely hearing some feedback here. Yes, exactly. Well, the good news is there's a better way, right? And I'm going to share the formula I've learned and that I've seen from a lot of others. That now there's a lot around me that are using the same kind of formula and strategies that's going to make your world easier. So I'll to give you a little context, I'll share a little bit on my story before we kind of dive in. Just again, not necessarily talking about myself, but at the end of the day, communication is connection, right? And I was listening to a speaker the other day, and that's really what it is, right? And to earn the right to have you listen to me, I need to make sure we haven't met each other, and so you got to make sure we have that credibility established, right? So first of all, I'm actually a father. I got a little 8-month-old, and my wife is a 3rd grade teacher, and Lord knows I know I have so much respect there. We think as business owners we work our butts off. I tell you, 3rd grade teacher, she is unbelievable at what she does, and I mean, matches me pound for pound on every bit of time that I spend as an entrepreneur. This is our little daycare and our little picture our little daughter made for us. But I'm got a family. I'm a normal guy, just like the rest of you, and just trying to spend the most time and enjoy that time and passion that we have with our families. Um, while still trying to maintain our business and grow. Come from 3 generations of entrepreneurs, my great grandfather and grandfather, so called a blessing and a curse, right? Sometimes being an entrepreneur can go both ways, but proud to say so. So I thought I'd share a kind of a funny story. So, growing up as an entrepreneur, being around it all the time, my dad always drove me to school and I always asked him questions. And so actually I started my first company in 3rd grade where I had a toy rental business, Micro Machines, you may remember. Funny enough, I brought them to school in Crown Royal bags. Actually, I went to a little Christian elementary school, so that didn't go over so well. But had a whole rental business and rented little Micro Machines to my classmates. So got an early start with my entrepreneurial career. It's funny, my mom actually pulled out the folder the other day. I just thought it was funny to kind of include in here. Maybe you've got some young kids and are looking to go the entrepreneurial route, but I even made myself, as you can see here, a company credit card. And it's funny, I was actually pulling up from this is actually a little letter that went out typed up on a typewriter, 1989. It was a newsletter to my Micro Machine fan club members. Thank you for all of their cooperation. Thank you for all your 1 cents, all other things such as my aircraft carrier and my station set. If you have any problem, write me a note and put it on my desk, and I will talk to you after school in the office. So anyway, I got a kick out of that. And but it just shows, you get those entrepreneurial wheels turning early. We even had checks and credit cards and frequent shopper cards, and even had a drawing ticket for awards. So sometimes I think I was better organized in my business back then than I am now sometimes. But anyway, I just kind of shared as far as sharing entrepreneurial spirit, early on, and hopefully, your kids, if you've got children and are looking ahead in that direction, you kind of encourage and support that. And I started a tutoring company actually in high school, and that was the way I kind of got myself through the summer. I went to the local middle schools and high schools, and if you got kids that are looking to do a business, I tell you, it's a great way of making some extra money. Went to all the school counselors and just found out the kids that were wanting to go to the next level or were struggling. They were to give me the names of the parents and let them know I was available. And before I knew it, I had about 20 kids lined up that I was able to charge. God, that was $20 an hour back in 96, 97. So no telling what you could charge now, but that was a great experience. And after high school, graduated, and actually I went to Harvard from my freshman year, and economics just didn't hit the spot for me. That's really what I was looking for. So I actually ended up transferring down to Wharton, where I graduated, and finished my undergrad education in finance and marketing. But I'll be honest, as prestigious as some of these may sound, and trust me, I'm just a normal kind of Southern kid from Georgia. They had to let a few rednecks in as far as meeting their quota. Honestly, the School of Hard Knocks is where I learned the majority. The animation's messed up here. Is where I learned the majority of my experience. They're much better with the entrepreneurial programs I have in college now, but my accounting class was probably the most valuable thing. I had to learn a lot on my career as an entrepreneur, and started multiple companies in different industries, professional services. I had a program where we actually helped low-income senior citizens get free medication. We set up a system and process for that in a mail-order pharmaceutical business. And a nutritional products company and a teeth whitening products company that we distributed and sold domestic and internationally. So I had an experience in product and manufacturing and distribution. Involved also with the software, educational software as a service company, and helping build and grow that. And then most recently, Untitled I've launched. It's a name that I bought a number of years ago, and I don't know what it would be. I just knew this whole addiction to entrepreneurship is something I've coming from multiple generations that I'd always be tied to. So, and we provide comprehensive marketing services and educational seminars and content and education, all around entrepreneurship. And I'm a whiteboard fanatic, admittedly, as you saw in the picture. So in addition to outsourced marketing services, with Entreholic, we also research the web, and we produce an annual report called the Top 200 Tools to Fuel Your Business Growth. We also have a weekly addictive tools series where we research and send out once a week a subscriber base, tools that we find that help with productivity and performance and marketing, just really crafty tools that people don't know about because there's so many coming out every day. And then we actually have a company program called My Ideal Customer. We're able to target and get targeted information for customers, highly targeted lead lists. So our tagline is fueling your passion, and that's what we're about. Is helping drive the success of entrepreneurs to perform. Again, being addicted to creativity, constant learning, and discipline it takes to realize success. And from a thought leadership standpoint, just sharing a little bit, I've spoken in everything from Georgia Tech to Chambers of Commerce to other small business leadership development programs, radio. I'm a member of EO, global organization, and actually I run our accelerator program, which is a program that helps companies get to the $1 million mark. We actually ramped that up to get about 40 companies in it here based in the Atlanta chapter. So been involved with and got a decent amount of credibility from different organizations I've had the opportunity to speak for or with. And my friend and I actually created a community program where we raise funds for breast cancer awareness as well. And we actually leverage a lot of our resources with Entreholic to kind of market and promote that. But I've also had some epic failures. So I've had some 7-figure businesses, but I've also had some struggles. And I was nearly sued by the Medical Board of Alabama one time. Had a legal filing by Procter & Gamble because we had a product name, and I remember it delivered on my front doorstep, and our company had not done the right job on searching for the trademark. We had over 10,000 units, this teeth whitening pen that we had, and it blowing up, and we had just shipped it to people all over the United States, and it takes about 2 months for this issue to arise in the product after manufacturing. And I can't tell you how many Coach purses I had to replace. Had a fiasco with a manufacturer in Italy for a light product. We just landed the biggest distributor in the United States for our industry in the whitening space, actually in the tanning industry. And these guys had a 20-year history of success, and they just botched our order and had problems in all the distribution when we went to go launch it. So I can definitely say that I can relate to the pains of growing a business. But I tell you, one thing that I'll call it the game-changing Mexican dinner, as I was trying to navigate my growth and navigating that growth ceiling. And that was a buddy of mine, and about 4 years ago, my wife and I, friends of ours, went out to dinner, and he told me about this website he had gotten done for $250, and I just was blown away. And I went home that night, and I just got on that platform he had told me about, and I spent 5 hours in front of the computer, and I realized it was a lot more than just websites. It was blogs and social media management, advertising, and brochures and videos and press releases and white papers and market research, pricing research, infographics, telemarketing. I mean, I just sat there and was just blown away by the amount of stuff that I could get done at high quality, fraction of the cost that I thought I was going to have to pay, and rapid turnaround. And I just hired a marketing director in our company to manufacture teeth whitening products, and there's a lot of things we weren't able to do because of cost and time. And then I found out these crafty techniques of being able to do automated LinkedIn management, and I could have someone log in and manage all the LinkedIn accounts of all my sales reps. Then we could do data scraping and get custom leads scraped from the web, exactly matching our criteria. It was just a complete game changer. And for me, it just took that path. It helped me figure out how to navigate that next level of growth, of how I can empower my team in a more cost-effective way to get things done we'd never been able to get done. So it redefined, saved hundreds of hours, thousands of dollars, millions of gray hairs. I mean, it just redefined. And I knew that day when I learned about that platform, it was going to do that. And since then, it has changed everything that I've done in my business and personal life going forward. So I mean, just imagine, imagine if you could 10x your capabilities, right, of what you're currently able to do. We joke around an ant can lift 10 times its body weight. Well, that's really what this does. That's really the way I felt empowered. We would get 10 times more done than I was ever able to do before. And now, we have this global network that we've developed of super low cost, high quality, fast turnaround, global platform. Everything from a stay-at-home mom in Baltimore who writes content for us for $15 a blog to an outsourced telemarketing firm in the Philippines to a guy in Dubai that logs in and manages all our CRM systems with Infusionsoft. Just an unbelievable network that we've built to get things done. And I'm going to show you our path to get there and how you can do the same. Because I'll argue that this is a new way to get things done, right? It's going to be a maestro over an orchestra of freelancers and firms and technology tools. Whether you're an entrepreneur or an individual or a real estate agent or a sales director, marketing director, is to be over a maestro of resources. Everything from graphic design to telemarketing to social media management to get things done in life and in business. And I want to show you also free or low cost tools as well that you're going to be able to use to get things done. These are a set of tools that that are low cost or free that redefine how we get things done in our business. And it's all tied to this business leverage system that I shared. You're going to end up feeling like you got a Swiss Army knife for your business, right? You're going to be able to take with you for a lifetime. Not only your business, but your personal life. And particularly when it comes to marketing, because it's changed so much. It used to be a few ways to communicate. Now there's a zillion ways to market, and you have to leverage these tools and resources, but it's impossible to do it with the current, with the staff and funds that most of us have. There's this resource that shows all of the marketing technology tools on one infographic, and it's gone from 150 to 3,500 in just 4 years. There's no choice but to get some help. So much revenue is lost in the warm leads. I'm going to share with you as well, part of this is by leveraging these resources, it's going to show you how to not let those warm opportunities get lost, because technology and freelance resources allow you to stay in front of customers, and that's where, so much money is lost. And we're going to talk about the nurture wheel and the life and business events wheel. So again, it comes back to leverage, opportunity cost, time and money, because that's where growth happens. So we're going to talk about the freelancer market, why it's growing, the highest value tasks, common and uncommon tasks to outsource that you never knew existed. Tools in managing freelancers and a list of free online tools you never knew existed. So why is the market growing? All right, 10 million. That's how many people there are on just one of the platforms globally. Communication technology is improved, rapid skill building. So I'm going through this a little bit faster now because of just timing, and I'm realizing I'm going to have to chop some of these other slides out. I just wanted to figure out which ones I need to chop. So I'm going through this faster than I normally would. The tools that are available for people to build skills are faster than ever. Corporate's just not what it used to be. People aren't able to get the job and get the golden watch and retire. Platforms have improved dramatically. So the solutions that exist out there, there's checks and balances that have never existed before for you to be able to hire people all over the world and feel comfortable and confident in it. And just there's been a demand increase. There's just a more cost-effective way of doing this, and it's just the way that it's going to go going forward. In 2015 alone, there was a study showing 54 million people a year freelancing. The advantage, highly skilled, specific subject matter, they're task focused, there's lower overhead, they're flexible, they're fast, and it's variable cost, right? It's no longer a fixed expense. You can turn it on and turn it off. It's huge for businesses. I got to decide whether or not I'm going to show the actual platforms or if I just keep it vague. So we're going to talk through some business and personal case studies, establish a mindset of leverage. All right, we're going to talk about some current tasks that you can do more efficiently with less cost. We're going to talk about tasks on the radar, things that you've been meaning to do, but they've been stalled due to cost and time. Okay. And the techniques you never knew existed. All right. These are crafty techniques, growth hacking strategies to grow your business that you never knew were around. Okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about is data mining. Data mining is a huge thing. There's so much information on the web, trade show sites, industry sites, competitor sites, affinity organizations. So just assume I'm going to walk through this. Market intelligence, determine market demand. All right. know your competitor prices and marketing material, key influencers. Quote here from Seth Godin is, don't find customers for products, instead find products for your customers, right? One example, my dad was looking to make kitchens on a personal basis, I'll share, and wanted to figure out what's the price point, what can I charge for him. He's a great woodworker and makes these high-end custom kitchens, play kitchens for kids. So had an outsourcer, and we got 200 records, 2 days, $14. We got the link, we got the image, we got the cost of the product, how much it costs to ship it. Competitor research. We were getting into a new market. I had a zip file of brochures that I had them research the web. I got 150 company records with price points, itemized offerings in 2 days for only $17. Full spreadsheet. And I had them do a zip file of all the brochures so I could see exactly what my competitors' brochures looked like. Okay. Influencers and media. Another one. You want to get bloggers. Did a data scrape project, got 200 records, 2 days, $14. Got the link to the bloggers, the last article of the title of the last article they wrote, their email, everything. Here's an example of a email that I'll share with you. The trade shows, speakers, thought leaders that are the speaker lists on trade show sites, industry publication list for content distribution. If you want to know all the major players, I have to hire a PR agency. You're able to go and scrape the web and get every single publication and magazine. Got an example of a company in the outdoor space. They want to get every publication and one that was out there. Lead generation, able to data scrape for specific targets. I had a client in the medical device space that wanted to go after surgery room purchasing agents. They would hire an outsourcer to scrape the web and get exact targets, email addresses to go after that market. These are two databases, for example, that happen to have targets for old cars and wine trade shows. Had a client that wanted to go after old car enthusiasts. Found this website, able to scrape it and fill all the data. Google Analytics, another one. Something that we just don't know how to set it up, structure it. You can get custom reports emailed to you daily, only $40. Content writing, you get blog written, press releases written, website copy done. No matter what topic, it's unbelievable. You can get stuff written for 12 to 15 bucks a piece. You can get websites done for $250. You can get mobile apps done for $800. You can get administrative work like vendor research, business card entry, email administration. We were looking to find a new printer. Had them scrape the web, got 50 options, 1 day, $7, and I had my staff go and then email all of them. Instead of spending hours doing it, we were able to get it done immediately. Business card entry. On a trade show, how many of you have seen this experience, right? You got a list of business cards, you got to take a picture of them, send it to an outsourcer, load it into a spreadsheet, then load it into the CRM system, and then send emails, right? Loaded, categorized, and done. Out the following day, cost $20. Vehicle research. My wife and I were looking to get a new car. Spending 3 hours on a Saturday. Hired an outsourcer to research a set of prices in Atlanta. 1 day, $12. Had a whole list, so I knew exactly where to go to buy our vehicle. Another personal example, barns, wedding venue. We were looking to get married. And again, instead of 3 hours on a Saturday, hired an outsourcer to assemble a whole list for me for $12 of all of the barns venues for weddings, and with the email address of the coordinator so we could reach out to them. There's other things, video, graphic design, blog writing, everything in between there. Website development, transcription, social media management, social advertising, SEO, pay-per-click. So now we're going to talk about some of the tools, okay? Here's one, as I promised to you. You can go on there and see your entire competitor's online marketing strategy. So I need an intro slide to this that we're going into the tools. This tool gets for free, will record your exact visitors' movements on your website, so you can see exactly what to do and improve. 2 PR websites that for free will let you submit press releases. This is a tool that will let you do automated handwritten letters in your handwriting. You can send it for $3 a piece. They'll send it by US mail in your own handwriting. Significance on business, right? And significance on personal life. What would these things have if you could save this kind of money and do these kind of things, knowing how to leverage this global network, right? How would it change your day-to-day? How much more time would you have available to focus on the things you really need to focus on? This is a great quote from a guy named Fred Spring that he shared. As a business owner, I think I know a lot. Then I experience a course like this, and I really get far more motivated about growing my own business and how to scale it. Right? You get buried. It seems challenging. It's like, how am I going to get it all done? I'm telling you, this is a new world of opportunity of delivering. You want to achieve your goals. You want to spend time with your family, pay down debt, start or grow a business. But how are you going to achieve them? right? And I'm gonna tell you this is how we're gonna achieve them. Okay, you can try to do it on your own, and try and make a go at it. And certainly share a lot of these resources and stuff that I've got with you and kind of figure it out. But why not fast forward? Why not leverage experience of someone that's done it, right? We've been figuring out how to do this and how to do it properly for the last 15 years. It can take you 10 times longer. You'll get discouraged. You're not sure if you know the process or what it takes. And you get sick and tired of trying to make it work. And trust me, I get it. As I said, an entrepreneur, I've hammered my head against that growth ceiling over and over again. So what I want to offer you is a step-by-step system to drive sales, reduce costs, and automate your business using the freelancer market, okay? With the Entreholic business leverage system. Okay, so you're about to receive Module 1. We're going to understand the new economy of getting things done, fast, cheap, and high quality. Okay, I'm going to show you how to build your own global network of resources and freelancers to execute things in your business and personal life. Module 2, we're going to do a summary of what can be outsourced to understand the whole range of services. You may have touched on something here and there, and if you've heard of this, you maybe tried a couple of things. We're going to open up the whole world of things that you don't miss. How to assemble and structure your organization or your personal world so that you can grow and accelerate. Module 3, probably one of the most valuable, is we're going to do 30 visual case studies. All right, this isn't just theory. This is me showing you actual screenshots of exact things that we've done to outsource, and it's step by step how we've done it, what we've done, the tools and processes that we use. All right, Module 4, we're going to go through and show you a way to determine what you should outsource and why. All right, we're going to do what we call the time and money formula. All right, we're going to go through exactly what's taking the most time and what costs you the most money. Okay, and we're going to sort those out and have a whole process for doing it. Module 5, we're going to give you the exact organizational system. Okay, we're going to give you the system that we use and have figured out on how to manage, organize, and communicate with a freelancer team. We're going to give you unique communication tools. We're going to give you pre-written job descriptions. We're going to give you pricing guidelines that you should follow and know what to pay. And we're going to show you how to review profiles for top performers. All right. So this is going to give you a whole toolbox of everything that you need. All right. Then Module 6, we're going to go through a whole set of free or inexpensive automation and growth tools. Okay, that can be used in concert with, all right, a freelancer team. Or on their own. Tools like, some of the ones I've shared, but we're going to get more of that, right? How to look at your competitor's entire online marketing strategy. Just that one tool alone, that could be worth $200, $300, $400. Just knowing to be ahead of the game. Our team is constantly on top of what the latest tools are out there that it's impossible for everyone else to stay on top of. You can instantly learn the most popular content in your industry. There's a tool that we found, an online tool that'll do that. So you know exactly what kind of blogs and content to write. You can get hand-curated social media content posting for $10 per month. We found a firm that does this for literally $10 per month, and we use it ourselves, and it's how we grew our Twitter following by over 300, okay, in just a few weeks, costing $10 per month. All right, and things like what I showed you with Bond, how to send handwritten letters in your own writing by U.S. mail. All right, we're going to show you a whole bunch of others, dozens of other free and expensive automation and growth tools to add into your business. All right, and you're going to get a certification. You get the Entreholic Freelancer Mastery Certificate. All right, so that, as I said, this is something you take with you. This is your Swiss Army knife in business and personal going forward that you're going to have, in a certification that you can take forward in, your next job, depending on where you are. If you're an entrepreneur, know that this is something you've gone through and certified and have lifetime access to save money, save costs, and drive revenue. All right, and you're going to get an implementation accountability follow-up video series, right? All right, you're going to get harassment, aka action harassment from me. All right, accountability and making sure you implement these things is a critical part of what we're going to do going forward. All right. So these are some kind words, just again validating some of the content. This is a father-son team I had, and they had no clue where to start, and gave them some immediate tools. He was blown away by the capabilities of outsourcing research strategy. Bonus pack 1, you're going to get 4 expert guides. Okay, so I want to give you some additional value with the course. You're going to get 4 expert guides. Number 2, you're going to get an interview with 5 entrepreneurs who started from scratch using this system and to redefine their business. And I'm going to give you 3 top books and podcasts as well. All right. Bonus pack 3, you're gonna get a buyer follow-up email process map, a webinar email process map, and a customer service process map. These are the exact maps that you can use to give your outsourced freelance writers on exactly the types of content that you should be using on each of those different platforms. And you can get 2 bonus case studies. How I got my competitors' entire customer list in 4 days for less than $100, and another one on how I got 25% response rate from top influencers in my market with a cold email campaign. Really crafty technique that we used. Then bonus pack 4. All right, we actually hold a creative freelancer challenge every month, and we give a $200-300 prize once a quarter that you're going to be able to submit of who's doing the most creative freelancer growth hacking work. All right, and then you're also going to get access to a private Facebook peer collaboration group. It's going to be one of the best things. It's a community where you're going to be able to share and talk about ideas that are part of the whole Entreholic Nation and sharing entrepreneurial mentality, ideas to get things done in your business. And fast action bonus I'm going to offer for people that want to move on the course that we're going to offer to help you automate this. You can get my black book of top freelancers on one of the main platforms that we use. All right, and it's only for the first 10 that respond. I'm happy to share this because it's only going to be the top 10, but it's going to kickstart knowing exactly which freelancers to use. So 5-module course will be $7,500. All right, normally. Well, this isn't doing the right animation. This should only be showing the top part. All right, $7,500 is normally what I charge. Here's an exact invoice. I had to block out the company. You can see here, charge $7,500 to do this in person. Okay, so it's a $7,500 value of step-by-step system to drive sales, reduce costs, and automate your business. All right, you get 5 modules, 10 videos, and lifetime access. Okay, you can get these 4 bonuses that we talked about: the expert guides, the entrepreneur interviews, the process maps, the growth hacking challenge, and private Facebook community. $2,500 value. Fast action bonus, total value $10,000, easy with what we do and offer. Okay, so what is that one thing that's crushing your time, right? And not compromising your growth? That's what I want to ask. What's your time worth? $50 an hour, $100 an hour, $200 an hour? Well, I want to venture to say at a minimum, your time is worth $100 an hour. Okay, so if this program could help you save 20 hours at $100 an hour, that'd be $2,000. What's a new sale worth, right? Do you think any of these techniques that we talked about with how to scrape thought leaders and leads and new automation techniques, let's say that, I don't know what you sell, but maybe it's $500. Let's say at a minimum it's $500. One sale will be $500 value. And how much are you overspending on things that I just showed you, whether it's websites or email marketing or content writing or other things that you may be overspending, right? What would you say that that's worth on an annual basis? Right? I would say at a minimum, I typically find people, there's $2,500 worth of savings we can find. So you add that up, that's over $5,000 worth of savings. Okay, would you agree? As far as just in terms of time savings, what a new sale is worth and how much you're overspending. So, you know, the value of this program, $10,000. All right, not going to charge that. Our standard online price is $19.97. Okay, huge value there, but we're not charging that. We're charging only $14.97 for a live webinar attendees offer for this course. Okay, that's going to give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. But fast action buyers only, you can get $9.97 is going to be your cost. That's it. 1/10, 10% of the price, and you're going to get a 30-day money-back guarantee. Okay, you're going to get this certificate to take with you for life. Now, this was what some people are experiencing, right? Being a small business, this course has saved us so much time, so much headache, and really so much money. It's like you were holding my hand through the whole thing, right? Information that we can immediately implement in our business that will allow me to save time and money, allow me to do things that are revenue producing for my company, right? Listen to Brad, automate your business. Phenomenal resources. He did it in a very linear fashion, which was very informative. We want to deliver content in a way that's easy to understand, easy to implement, and to implement in your business. Brad's opened up my eyes to how to leverage my time through freelancers to do things I'm not wired to do, like building funnels, automation. Right? This guy's been struggling with getting those things done, and we now gave him a way to do it. So again, 5-module course, $7,500 value. I charge all the bonuses, fast action bonus, $10,000 value, plus your time and savings, $5,000, $14.97, fast action, $9.97. Right? So huge benefit that we're offering here. So again, if you look at total program value plus hours saved and new sales and cost savings, which we talked about, probably is a minimum $5,000. So you're talking about a $15,000 value, really. All right. Again, we're doing $14.97 for the webinar series, $9.97 for 5 fast action buyers. So look forward to working with you. Huge value. We're going to be closing this cart before next 2 days. hopefully you'll take advantage of this fast action bonus. We're going to be building our team and looking forward to support you as we move ahead. That's the final slide. So it came to 50 minutes. I'll be going much slower. I need to chop out probably about 10 slides in there. I just want to see how it flowed, but just want to get your feedback on that content and make some notes on it and let me know where we need to adjust.